I've been asked to demonstrate how I do the PanPastel background on my colored pencil paintings, and I just finished this one and I'm ready to put the background on, so I thought I'd take a little video of that. I've selected 7 colors of the PanPastels. They come in these little circle, they like eyeshadow dispensers. They can nest one inside the other because they all screw in like this, so you can have little towers if you want. And they come in, I think, 80 some colors. I don't have them all, but I probably have about 65, 70 or something like that. They come with the tools. This is like one of the biggest one you can use. It's a very dense sponge. It's not like the average sponge you can buy. I'm not really sure what material it's made out of, but it holds the color really well. And I haven't used this one yet, but I have quite a big surface here, so I decided to do some of it with this. And they have a variety of little tools. This is one of them here. And they come with these little slip-on covers that are made out of the same material as the other sponge. And this one is a rectangular shape, but I like it because it's got like a straight edge. So if you want to do something on the edge, something close, you can use this. Anyway, so the colors I picked, 2 of them are metallic, and I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And I want to do light background, mostly like around the bird, and kind of go into the darker area on the edges. And I may or may not use all of them. We'll see what happens. So here we go. Now, the one thing that I noticed is, I don't know why I left the greasy fingerprints all over here before I noticed. And really, I wasn't eating French fries or potato chips. But I'm hoping that the pastel will cover all that and it won't be an issue. Once I discovered this, I started putting a piece of paper towel on the paper while I was working, so I would stop doing that. And I apologize because apparently there must be something outside and the dogs are barking, so I'll be right back. So here I am back, calm the beasts down, and I'm ready to start. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to move these out of the way here so I have some work to work. I picked some neutral colors here. I'm sorry, the background, although I did pick a little light turquoise thinking maybe that would look okay with the highlights that are in the bird, but we'll see. Then I have a neutral gray, and I have like this color is called ochre yellow. Yes, yellow ochre tint, which means it's a light color that's been mixed with white. Now, to clean this, I mean, the cover that I have on this tool already has, I use it for something else and I did not clean it, but that's how you clean it. You just basically go sideways. You don't want to go, see what happens, I did it wrong. And of course, this is an older one that's got a rip on the top, but that doesn't really matter. You want to go side to side so that you don't accidentally pull the cover right off the applicator. And obviously, I'm not prepared, so I apologize for that. Anyway, so we'll go with this. So you just kind of swipe it sideways and you can see it just puts the pastels on. And look at that. I mean, it goes on like a butter. I mean, it's just really smooth, and look how quickly it goes. Now, I may end up not even using the big applicator, so we'll see what happens, but and so the idea is to kind of give it like a little mottled, and this area here is a little delicate, so you kind of work with the edge or the corner of the applicator to fill in. But the thing is that once you get it on your, if you get some on your pencil area, you can just wipe it off. It won't stick to it, so you can clean up. See, you just kind of go like this and it takes it right off. But so you can clean it up very easily if you happen to kind of go out of the lines, like on the beak, or is it a bill? Anyway, so here's one color, and again, I kind of like the idea of leaving some of the background paper color to show through, because that's one of the reasons why I picked these neutrals, is to that it would kind of go with that color. And I mean, if you were to do this with the pencils, it would take you forever, and frankly, that's not really what I want to do. Obviously, I like to do the detail part. I don't care to do anything that's kind of more generic. So again, you can just mix your colors, and you can do a little patterning with the way your strokes are. Try to, and eventually you'll get to, you know, the lighter or the darker colors. This looks really white on the screen, so let me see what color. Let's do a little bit of the gold. I thought the iridescence of this metallic would be interesting. Add a little richness to it. So because it's such a large background area, although obviously we want the bird to be the focus of this whole thing, but still, just so that you don't feel like you want to crop your paper too much. And let's see, I'm using my left hand, which is not my good hand. Except when I knit. I can use both hands very well when I do some knitting. And let's see, let's get a little gold. And probably that doesn't really show as far as, you know, the little sparkles that are in there. Don't want it too sparkly because obviously it's not a Vegas bird. Here we go, a different little darker gold. So my idea was to kind of go from light to dark, so I am, you know, picking my colors. And of course I'll be doing similar below. And then I'm not sure if I'm ready to do these colors here because those are pretty dark. But you know, you can actually load your brush with one color and add the other, and you can tone it down so that, you know, you have more of a gradient look as opposed to really a big contrast between your colors. And in the end, actually, I may end up, you know, touching it up some more if I think that, because you can certainly put several layers of the PanPastel, especially on that kind of paper. And it turns out that there's two sides to this particular paper, and one would have been a little bit easier to use because it's less textured than the other. And I read that, and I kind of knew that, but I didn't think about it. So I started painting or drawing on the area, I mean on the side that was more textured than the other. But it worked out okay. So it was fine. Although I have to see, you can see there's a little bit, I don't know if you can, but like a little honeycomb type of a texture. So it was a little tough on the branch, maybe because it was large areas of colors. And so I had to work a little bit harder to fill in the paper there. Okay. Well, anyway, so I think you probably get the idea, and you can see how you can, I mean, I'm going to be done with this in like 10 minutes, which gives me more time to start another project as opposed to spending a couple of hours at least, you know, filling in the background of this big part. It's like a 12 by 16 piece of paper. Anyway, so there you go. Hopefully this will inspire you. PanPastel is not cheap, but you know, you can buy basics. They come in different color families. There are duplicates, which is too bad because now I've got a few colors that I've got more than one, maybe a couple of them. So I have some extras. So it'd be kind of nice if they didn't have duplicates in their sets, but that's the way it goes. There. And again, I think I don't really want it to be like a halo, so I'm going to work a little bit more to try to get it so there's a little bit more progression of colors. And voila, that's it. Hope this helped you guys.